Hello there. A lot of people have wondered what my reaction to the new Mortal Kombat game was, which is now called Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. Well, it can be summed up like this. I doubt they'll kick up any fuss. Not for an old Mortal Kombat fan like me. Okay, that's enough silly stuff, but let's really talk about Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. So far the response on all the fan sites and chat rooms has been pretty negative. No one's really happy that another franchise or another universe is mixing with what we know as Mortal Kombat, with our turf, you know. It just seems too outrageous. At first I really didn't like the idea at all, especially where do I start, you know? Yeah, when I heard that they wanted to make it rated T for teen, which is an American rating, that made me really start to be a bit bothered, because Mortal Kombat shouldn't back down for anything else. You know, we've always known Mortal Kombat to be hardcore and not too over the top, but, you know, very ballsy, and it has a lot of attitude, you know, and now that there's this DC thing's come along, you know, Mortal Kombat sort of has to back down a bit, because, you know, I don't know if it's DC's doing or Midway's doing, but they want it to be rated T for teen. The other thing I was bothered by is I watched an interview, I think it was the Mortal Kombat Online interview with Ed Boon, where they talked about you know, the DC characters being in the Mortal Kombat universe, as you know, I think Ed Boon said obviously Sub-Zero wouldn't be able to rip Superman's head off, and I'm like, why not? You know, that's something I'd like to see myself, you know. I mean, if it's going to be a Mortal Kombat versus DC game, fucking bring it on, you know. Sub-Zero should be able to fucking freeze fucking Superman right on that fucking ass and rip his fucking head off. And not just because he's Superman. I mean, you can just write in some bullshit rule like, oh, the DC characters are in the Mortal Kombat universe, so they lose their special abilities. I mean, why should we have to abide by DC's rules? That's the first thing I was bothered by. But after I heard Ed talk about it, I sort of don't mind the idea of it. You got the DC characters invading Mortal Kombat's world, and Mortal Kombat apparently invading DC's world. Like the website says, worlds collide, like something's happened and suddenly they're on each other's turf. That doesn't sound too bad, but yeah, I just don't understand why it should be T, and why should it back down like that, you know? Like that would be really cool. I'd like to rip Superman or Batman's head off with the spine attached, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that would like to do that. I mean, I'd like to be Scorpion and throw my fucking spear right into that fucking ass on Superman and you get the fuck over here, you know? I mean, is that even going to be in the game? Is there going to be a Harpoon anymore? I mean, Ed Boon said all the Mortal Kombat characters will keep their special moves. I mean, I hope they do, you know. I hope they don't be like, oh, that one's too violent, we have to take that out now because DC don't want the Man of Steel being penetrated by Scorpion's harpoon because that wouldn't happen. It would hit him and bounce off. You know, I hope there's not going to be none of this comic book bullshit in the game. If it's going to be proper, it has to be a proper fighting game. And that's why they need to write in that rule. They need to write in something that says, you know, the DC characters maintain some of their powers, but not their full powers or something. I don't know, something. You know, if you're gonna have a game this outrageous, you have to have some sort of rule like that. Mate, what else can I say? They've only announced 4 characters: Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Superman, and Batman. So 2 from each genre or universe. It makes me a bit worried. Like, maybe the game's going to come out and only have like 12 characters or something. You know, I hope they have a decent amount of characters. There has to be at least 20 characters, in my opinion, for the game to be good. Anything under that is a bit not enough. Not enough diversity. And it doesn't matter how many fucking modes you have. It doesn't matter if you can be close combat or fighting in the air. That doesn't matter because you get over that after a while. You know, you need to have a diverse range of characters. Otherwise, you know, the fans that will play this game are going to be really pissed. And speaking of pissed off fans, I mean, yeah, speaking of pissed off MK fans, I mean, I haven't seen anyone say they really like the idea of this. I think there's been like a few people that says they're going to play it. I mean, I'm going to play it. But I mean, I've seen some like hardcore stuff here. I'm on my website here in one of the Mortal Kombat 8 threads that I've titled Today's Shitstorm. There's a guy called Scorpio here. He's written, I want to give a big round of applause to Ed Boon for officially killing MK. Any MK collectors out there? I know you are, TMK. I'm officially done with MK, as is my best friend. He is selling off his collection. Mine will be next to go. Click here. And the link goes to his eBay page where he's got his whole Mortal Kombat collection of games on there that he's selling off. And then he's put, it was fun while it's lasted. Goodbye. You know, I know that's a bit harsh, isn't it? I still like the old Mortal Kombat games. I'm not going to sell my collection just because this new one doesn't really agree with what I'm used to. But yeah, I've got another guy here. He's a really loyal TMK supporter. He's really pissed off, and he's into drawing the Marvel stuff. You know, so he's actually he does artwork and he's done cards and stuff, and he's really sort of pissed that they've gone with this comic book stuff. You know, it's a lot. I'm finding a lot of like the old school Mortal Kombat fans who haven't been on my side have like come back to post about this, which is really sort of funny. But yeah, a lot of people have been pretty negative towards Ed Boon, saying that he's ruined the game, and they've used more colourful terms. But I mean, I've got nothing against Ed Boon. I mean, he has done sort of what Nintendo was doing back in 2006 with the Wii by coming out with something really shocking. And I mean, calling the thing the Wii, I mean, the shitstorm that started after that was announced, oh my god, you know, I don't know what's worse, this or the Wii one. Yeah, but now, you know, everyone's got one, you know, everyone's got a Wii now. It's the #1 selling console, and it's just so much fun to play. And maybe this is it's going to be the same sort of story. When this comes out, you know, and people see it, or after apparently there's going to be a playable version at E3, which I'm hoping I might be able to get there and get some video footage maybe. But after people play it, it might be a different story, you know. Maybe we'll have more characters announced at E3, and I'm guessing we will, to give a better idea.